स्टार्ट करो। Good evening, friends. I'm Pooja Gandhi from Kirin Advisors. Welcome to the virtual IPO roadshow of Srivari Spices and Foods Limited. Srivari Spices and Foods Limited, a Telangana-based FMCG company that was established in 2019. The company is re-owned for manufacturing a wide range of spices and flour and serve both the D2C and B2B markets. The product portfolio includes various masalas and wheat flour varieties like sharbati atta, all of which are sourced from select regions across India. With two dedicated manufacturing units, the company distribution network extends to over 15,000 retail outlets. Joining us today is Mr. Narayan Das Rathi, the chairman and whole-time director of the company.
नमस्कार.
Good evening, sir. Mr. B. Shrikant, who is sales head.
Hello.
Mr. B. Shrikant, who is sales head. Welcome, sir. And
Hello. Yeah.
Mr. Ankit Kesarwani, manager at GYR Capital Advisors Limited. Welcome,
Good
sir.
evening, Pooja. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Now I welcome Mr. Narayan Das Ratiji to give brief about the company. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कार. मेरा नाम नारायण दास राठी है. ये कंपनी 2019 में रजिस्टर्ड हुई है, लेकिन इसकी जो प्लानिंग हुई थी काफ़ी पहले हुई थी. 2014 में हमने पहले इसकी प्लानिंग की थी कि कौन सा प्रोडक्ट करना है, कैसे करना है, और ब्रांड का फाइनलाइजेशन हुआ था 2014 में. उसके साथ में हमने रजिस्टर्ड किया ब्रांड को 2014 में, और 5 साल हमने ये रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट किया कि कैसा प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए, क्या क्वालिटी का होना चाहिए, और किस सेगमेंट में प्लेसमेंट करना है हमको, मतलब क्या क्वालिटी पैरामीटर्स होना चाहिए, कैसा होना चाहिए, और प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है मार्केट की, और कंज्यूमर की प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है, ये सब समझते हुए हमने 2019 में हमने प्रोडक्ट के साथ में कंपनी को लॉन्च किया था. ओवर टू श्रीकांत जी, आप एक बार इसको टेकअप कीजिए नेक्स्ट.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Narayan ji. So I'll just take you the essence of how this organization has actually started with an intentions of, as I said, there is a legacy of about 60 years, though this brand is about 3 years old. But I would say that, the idea of registering Srivari was done in 2014. Though it was 2014, we immediately did not start the manufacturing of these products. We actually made an very clear R&D for about strong R&D for about 5 years, and then this was actually manufacturing started in 2019. This strong R&D actually helped us in not failing any of our products, which started with haldi mirchi dhania, and then you talk about the masalas, and then the chekki atta, which is our hero product at present, the chekki atta. And if you see the areas that we covered in the last 3 years is about two states, which is Andhra and Telangana. And out, if you talk about the channel of distribution, again in these two locations, that is, we have about 45 distributors and with a retail network of more than 15,000. And channel of distribution again is split between the general trade, which is our major strength today. The general trade, which is about more than 12,000 counters, retailers. And then you talk about the modern trade. The major modern trade has already been successful in terms of accepting our product. And we are reaching a consumer base of you can imagine the 12,000 retail base, and then 45 distributors put together is covering huge consumer base for us in Andhra and Telangana. And if you talk about the objectives of this organization is very clear. We always talk about the quality perspective and value for money. To the the value for money is the key objective that we look for our consumers. And then the people who have invested in terms of the distributors and the retailers, their ROI and the product base they are going to carry with this brand is going to be immense for us. And then if you talk about the future aspects is we are going to come very strongly with the future promising products for us are the oils of the industry, and then the rice of the industries. So we have a very strong lineup of SKUs that is going to come up in the future segments. And then the major segments that we have covered in the past 3 years is urban and rural segments. The urban market was definitely for us a very low hanging fruit for us, because the quality of the product in the current competitions, we do not have any such strong products which gives a better quality to to these segments. So we were very clearly and very clear on our objectives in giving this product a quality product, and hence the result of the market acceptance. This is one part of it. And currently we are at 70% is on our B2B as a segment, and 30% is on our D2C. So which the we are companies who actually are pending in giving a promising product to the market, which Srivari is really
वॉइस चेक
pursuing.
से वॉइस राउंड ले लो.
And coming back on yeah. Is the voice clear? Is the voice audible for this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So then, the key account direct business that we are looking currently are as I said, the main hunch for us is the GT part of it is, and then the modern trade. The modern trade is currently we are at 50% coming from GT segment, 20% is coming for us on the modern trade, and 30% is coming for us on D2C. So D2C is going to be a very strong hunch for us in the coming days. And the objective of this organization has been very clear that we are definitely not looking this organization for a perspective of next 20 years or 30 years. We are definitely looking this organization as next 1,000 years, how a company with the objective of giving a very clear and quality product for next 1,000 years. This is going to be the main objective for us in the coming days to come. And the strongest principles of our organization is to give a zero preservative products to our society, and this is not definitely going to stop for Andhra and Telangana. Definitely we have strong plans in moving to south and then to the pan India. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Shrikant. Thank you, Mr. Narayan, for giving details about the company. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Ankit Kesarwani to give the details about the IPO. Over to you, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself. Your voice is not clear.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
It's
Yeah.
done. It's done. Yeah, good evening, investors. Today we close the anchor investor round, and our IPO is scheduled to be open for a retail NNI and QIB on 7th of August, and it will close on the 9th of August. And the lucky investor will get the allotment on or before the 14th August, and our IPO, our company will list on the NSE Emerge platform on 18th or before 18th August. And the lot size of the IPO is 3,000 shares, and the proposed we are proposed to, and the lot size of the shares is 3,000 shares, and the in amounts is 1,26,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ankit ji. Now we'll start with question and answer session. Participants requesting you to please post your questions. First question is from Mr. Anurag Seha, what is the primary motivation for Srivari Spices and Foods Limited decision to go public at this particular time? Mr. Narayan
I
ji?
will. I will take this question. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not we don't decide the particular time. We just file the IPO and we receive the approval. That's why we're going for the public. And it's a basic requirement of company for the working capital and other things. It's clearly mentioned in the object of the issue. That's why I'm going to the public. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Um, Next question is from Ms. Bharti Agarwal. Sir, your current capacity and capacity utilization.
Yeah, I'll address it. I'll address it. This is currently we are in the masalas. We are at 70% utilization, and the atta we are at the 50% of the utilization.
Okay. So next question is from Mr. Anurag Saha. Can you provide details on how the raised capital from the IPO will be used?
Yeah, definitely. Basically, we will use for this expansion of the network. For example, as the stores, we are currently working on the 15,000 stores. Now we are going to expand in the large chain food outlets, which are then supermarkets, as well as geographically, we are expanding the districts in the other districts. So this will be used purely for the working capital and expansion geographically.
Okay. Next question is from Ms. Bharti Agarwal. Future capex and how would it be funded?
Yeah, I will take for
Yeah, okay.
for future capex. Company will go for the further offer for sale or something. We will plan accordingly according to this. Currently, we are just focusing on the working capital requirement. Thanks.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bamfarmar Roberts. What is the FY23 financial highlights? There is no update in presentation.
Yeah, for the financials highlight, it's not on the presentation because it's already in the RHP and other regulated documents that the company has closed the around revenue of 35 crore and we have a closed the profit of the around 3 crores is a major highlight part. You can check on the RHP and other regulated documents. Thank you.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Jason D'Souza. Can you provide financial information or performance metrics for your company, such as revenue growth, market share, or profitability?
Yes, sir. I'll address this question actually. Sir, we are for market share, we are very low at the presently at the, for the market share point of view. So we have a lot of potential to grow in market share wise, and performance will be the outstanding as we are doing already performance from last 2 years. You can check the financials, and we will give the double digit growth and revenue as well as profitability will maintain the same.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Rajesh Parekh. Who
Yes,
are
sir.
your competitors?
Yeah, I seen the question actually. Sir, majorly we are competing with the Ashirwad, Tata Sampann, and here local we have some Surya brand, two three brands are there, and Everest Masala, Achi Masala, and Bacha Masala. These are the present competitors of the major competitors of our brand actually.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Jason D'Souza. Can you tell us about the market size and potential for organic spices and flour in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh? How do you plan to capture more market share in this region?
Potential for the organic spices. Inflow. One second.
And sir, can I take the?
Please,
Yes.
Angeji.
Yeah, basically nowadays the people and all the publics are going for the organic. There is a huge for the organic things and everything. So people in every state are just going. This is a high for the organic spices and all, and it's a really beautiful and best product for the company and also for the public. Organic is a natural products and everything. We don't want any chemicals in everywhere. It's a really in the future there is a huge market for the organic products. That's it.
So I'll just give my perspective on this question.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
please.
got disconnected in between. So if you look at the markets that we have started is like, Andhra and Telangana. Between Andhra and Telangana, we have 250,000 GT retail outlets. and you can see that the current performance of ours is like we must be somewhere between like 1 or 2% of the market consumption. So you can just imagine what kind of potential we carry for these two states and the potential that we carry for the entire country. So it's huge and immense.
Got it. Okay, next question is from Mr. Shubham Gandhi. What is branding, marketing expenses as percentage of cost? Sales.
Sorry,
What
come
is
again.
brand? Uh, Next question is from Mr. Shubham Gandhi. What is branding, marketing expenses as percentage of cost sales?
Yeah, see, initially, like, we are looking at the branding part is like, we are doing on the brandings on the retail outlets in terms of like, the signboards and there is also an ad that we have done, like, keeping a brand ambassador in place. Like, if you look at the next set of like, the brandings that we are going to look at is like, the channels that we would be floating this ad with a brand ambassador. There is an ad for about like 3 to 4 minutes of ad which we have done last year, and this we will be doing it on like regularly on regional channels. So the cost, if you talk about like it will be very nominal at this point in time, like but definitely now as we are reaching into different states, like are definitely the perspective of like increasing the market budget would definitely increase in the coming days to go.
Okay.
Sorry. And as per RFS, it's around 6% of the sales.
Yeah, the percentage.
Yeah, it's a 6% as per the new financial of 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Ms. Riya Bhatia. What is the sales breakdown of spices, masalas, and atta?
All right. I'll take this question. So, like, currently, as I said, like, 50% is the spices and masalas is about like, 20%, and 30% is like, for us on atta.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Prem Singhania. How do you plan to enhance your distribution reach and increase your market presence?
All right, perfect. As I said in the beginning that we carry a distribution channel of about like 45 distributors and about like 15,000 retail outlets. This is between Andhra and Telangana. And if you see like the spread of this is definitely going to come up with a like the bigger perspective of the team, the sales team that has to get enhanced. Like we currently have a sales team of about like 60 sales team members. Currently we have both between Andhra and Telangana, and this has to go to 200 in the coming 3 months. So the people coming from a bigger background of like coming from bigger companies, like there are people coming in now for about ITC and the Tata Sampans of the companies. These kind of employees are approaching us in like joining us. So with this kind of setup, we will definitely take these 45 distributors and 15,000 retailers, nothing less than 3x to 4x in the coming 6 months to 7 months.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Anurag Shah. Can you provide more information about the timeline of your company's incorporation and subsequent changes?
Yeah, Ratiji, can you take this question?
I will take. So the company is incorporated on the back of 2019, and there is a private limited company. Just they got the converted on 2022 on the public limited company and filing for the IPO. Nothing more is about the changes and all. Promoters are the same. All the shareholders with the arranger only.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Gaurav Mehta. Hi, sir. 30. What are your competitive advantages as compared to your competitors?
Yeah, I'll take this question in a perspective of the quality and the packing. See, today we have competitors like ITC and then Tata's. I said like you have Surya Masalas. When we entered into the market with a strong R&D, all we realized is that from the place of packing until the end consumer they are receiving in terms of quality has not been very satisfactory. This was for us like a very low hanging fruits. Like if you can look at our packing quality, it it is superior. Like more than 20 to 30% of the quality that they are maintaining in terms of packing. And of course, I would definitely say that the quality that we are maintaining 50% of all the locations are actually hence you can see this is why there was an early acceptance of our products in this. And this is the two things which I and there is also a continuous supply is also one of the strongest factors that the retailers and distributors look at which we can process.
Next question is from Mr. Pawan Kumar. What's the sales from market of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? What lead to fast growth in last 1 year? What changed?
I will take. So
Yeah.
all the sales, most of the companies from only from the Andhra Pradesh, Telangana company will propose after IPO will go to the all India pan basis. So the growth size of the spice market is everywhere. We need in every we need the spices in every product. So the growth size is huge. We don't remember in the numbers, but it's huge. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumpermar Roberts. What are the major areas where our company operates?
So majorly we are operating in the Hyderabad and Secunderabad areas first of all, and other than the we are operating the 15 districts in Nizamabad district, Warangal district, Karimnagar, and Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada. These are the major cities we are doing presently, and majorly we are focused on the most on the our base in the Hyderabad.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Jason D'Souza. Given the ever-growing interest in organic and natural products, does Srivari Spices and Foods Limited have any strategies in place to tap into the market segment?
Yeah, all right. I'll take this question. As I said, people today in the fast moving life, particularly for the corporate world, are looking at having a better product without even spending time. So they do not have such a time to understand that where the organic products are actually available for us. So if you look at this, was also one of the other, again, the low hanging fruit for us in providing the best of the quality by considering the organic and the natural products subject. And today, if you take a small example of every company, when they give the mirchi powder, they give along with the tail end of the mirchi also they includes in the powder, which our company does not do that. So this actually makes us more organic is one point of it. And the other thing is as I also mentioned in my previous statement, that we are zero preservative company for any category you call CTC, that is chili, turmeric, coriander, and masalas of the world, and again the atas of the world. So all these three categories, we have zero preservative products, and this is not for just till our brand is made. This is going to be definitely there for hundreds and thousands of years with the same kind of quality.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumperma Robert. What is the margin for both the verticals atta and masalas?
Yeah, Ratiji, I give this question to you. The margins.
Yes. Mr. Ankit, would you like to answer
And
this?
okay, but
Hello. Yes,
can you
sir.
take this question?
Margin point of view, say we currently this spices industry is working on the around 30 to 35% is the gross margin, 30 to 35%, and in the atta we are working around 20%, 18 to 20% between atta. Floor is
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Prem Singhania. How does the company maintain quality control across its products line, particularly with respect to food safety regulations and customer satisfaction?
Yeah, actually, our objective was the day when we started the company. Our first objective was to give a quality product to the market. So what we have planned is in house we have a lab to for the all the as per the food safety regulations. We are maintaining the lab in house. We are maintaining the lab. Every batch is tested. While we procure the raw material, we'll test a set. We have a set parameters, and we'll do the testings. After that, we'll take into the production. After doing the production, again it will go for the quality check. Then if it is okay according to our parameters, then it will be given for the packaging, final packaging. This is what we maintain the in all the product line for the quality maintenance.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Pawan Kumar. Absolute capacity numbers is stones in spices and atta.
Yeah. Uh, See, 1 second. Yeah. So, presently we are doing 20 tons per day atta production actually. Atta we are doing 20 tons per day, and this spices we are doing around 4 to 5 tons in between per day.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Gaurav Mehta. How has the company adapted to technological advancements in the food industry, and what are its plans for future technologies upgrades?
So technologically, basically automated our units are which are our products are untouched with the human hands. So all the plants are completely automated, and from production to grinding to packaging, it will be done completely automated form. So we have already adopted a latest technology which is available as on date. And as far as for the D2C, we are adapting for the WhatsApp ordering and our own app and with the website. These are the all the upgraded technology we are already adapted the technology which is available as on date currently into the markets.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Shubham Gandhi. Which segment has highest growth among spices, masalas, and atta? What is the most focused segment for company?
So let me take this opportunity, Ratiji. Okay. So I would say, like, see, the growth among all the three are definitely is going to be, like, as Ratishi mentioned, it's going to be double every year, or like, every quarter on quarter is what we are looking at. But the point is, like, when we started spices, like, we it took a little time for us to, like, to take our place in the market. But after that, like, I see masalas and atta taking place very instantly, and the response from the market has been, like, overwhelming. It's just because, like, the spices that created in the market in the past has actually reflected on masalas and atta. So I think, like, the focus segment will be more on atta, because, like, atta consumption is very huge, where even the market leaders are not able to, like, substantiate the supply part to the end consumers even in the remote areas. So this is a very good opportunity for us, and which will be definitely a focused area for us, not leaving any stone unturned even for the spices and masalas as well.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Anurag Shah. What does Srivari Spices and Foods Limited differentiate itself from competitors in the food processing and spice industry? What unique selling propositions do you offer?
Ratiji.
Sir, you are mute.
Ah,
So we are not able to hear you. Yeah, please go ahead. We can hear you now.
so actually Nothing is unique. What we are offering is the simply what we are doing is we are giving the best quality in the market, and in all the parameters we have the best quality. Nothing, we are not selling anything new, or we are experimental in something new. But what we are maintaining is the premium quality and premium raw material which are procuring. That is our USP. You can say, you can see that is only your USP.
So I
Okay.
would like to add upon to Ratiji's lines that the as he said, like we are definitely not giving any rocket science in the basic things, that is like spices and atta. It is definitely going to be zero preservative thing that none of the companies in the market competition is doing it. We are giving them the natural same, the hygiene product that we used to eat in the ancient times, like that we are giving them in a very natural procedure. That's it.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Pankaj Shah. Don't you think Srivari is undervalued for the IPO? Could the company have raised more? Is valuation acceptation kept attractive, keeping future investors' confidence in mind?
Yeah, basically the main objective was to attract the investor and get the focused. Our company, they should hold our their investment should be holded for the long term, and they should get attracted. Definitely, we have the one mindset. As we have put the trust of our dealers and consumers, the same way we are going to maintain the trust of our investors also. So they will be stay long term, and they will be benefited more than any other company that I can give in this industry.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumfarma Robert. What are the primary objects of the issue?
Yeah, objective this is the working capital requirement and general corporate purpose.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Anurag Shah. What are your strategies, your brand? Sorry,
Strengthening you.
what are your strengthening your brand?
Shrikant ji, आप लीजिए.
Yeah, I will take this. Like, see, definitely today when we started this product, like, the channel that we opted for was like, the general trade, where it is like, the Kirana shops of the world. First, we have captured the understanding that, how this product actually runs in the rural markets, and then, the urban markets of like, the GT trade itself. When we realized that, the product is really good and the response has been overwhelming, then we started looking at like, our strategy is moving towards the modern trade. Modern trade is something that that requires a lot of attention in terms of advertisement, and yes, the awareness of the product that we cannot do it initially. So after like making a lot of hard work of like first 2.5 years in the general trade, like we just moved to modern trade. And when we could see that the movement happening in the modern trade, now we are going it taking our product to the direct to retail channel. The direct to retail channel is something that now people are aware, like where they used to get this material from the general trade and then modern trade. And now we are reaching with our latest technology of like artificial intelligence, of like using that artificial intelligence in our application based direct to retail. We are putting it to our consumers directly to their doorstep. So these are the strategies we are looking in terms of channel of distribution, where we can reach our consumers directly to their doorstep.
Okay. Next question is from Miss Ananya. Are you planning to expand your product portfolio?
Yeah, we have the already planned portfolio till 2030. So we will reach every kitchen and every food product in our portfolio.
Okay. Uh, Next question is from the Alpha Ideas SME channel. The debt of this company is very high. Why is it so?
Yeah. So the basically the thing is that the way we are growing the speed, we need a working capital. Due to the short of the working capital, we have taken the debt for maintaining the raw material. So the inventory management, we have to maintain certain inventory management for the 45 days to 60 days inventory management, because the from past 3 years post COVID, the gap of the pricing is going quite up. So we need to fill the market, and we have to put at the gap and to compete with the competitors, we have to invest this excess money to maintain the enough raw material stock in the old prices. Because of this, we have taken this.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Gaurav Mehta. Sir, can you please explain how IPO funding will enhance your business growth?
As I already said that about the geographically expansion as well as the store-wise expansion, and in the modern trade, we are going aggressively. So this is only for the required the IPO amount will be used for that expansion.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Prem Singhania. Sir, can you name your top clients in B2B segment? How much they contribute to overall revenues?
Yeah, I'll take this question. So it's more like, I'll tell you the modern trade, as I said, like, it contributes to 30%. So the modern trade, like, basically the Ratnadeeps of the world and like, the national marts of the world, they are in channelization with us in terms of consumption. These are the major things in modern trade. And when it comes to like, our distributors and the retailers in the general trade, they're like, we have Meenakshi Enterprises, and then like, we have Vinayaka Enterprises, and then like, we have Shiva Trading. These are the major partners, like, who are consuming, and like, they are the base of this particular channel industry, who actually gives us the direction in like, making the product acceptable in the market in the rural belts. They have actually given us a very good edge in terms of like, spreading our market in the channel of distribution.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Anurag. Given the ever-growing interest in organic and natural products, does Srivari Spices and Foods Limited have any strategies in place to tap into the market segment?
The market segment, definitely yes. See, it is the question itself answers like, there, as I said, like, there are no companies in the market today who are actually giving us the organic and the natural products. And Srivari doing this, taking as the major principles and objective of the organization, that is providing a value for money and the organic and natural products, is definitely is going to give us a place in the market segment. And I strongly feel, being a sales head, I would definitely say that like, it is definitely going to be a history, that like, the kind of a place that we will take in the market segment and in a very short time.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Pawan Kumar. Pricing difference between you and competitors. How much cheaper are you?
Sir, for this, we are not cheaper than our competitor. We are above our competitor price actually, because uh, we say actually into the market, सस्ता अच्छा कैसे हो सकता है? This is our caption actually. So when we are giving the outstanding quality and premium product, so our retailer as well as consumer don't have problem with the pricing. Nowadays, after post COVID, no one is looking for the pricing. Everybody is looking for the better product and quality product. So we are not cheaper. We are actually far quite cost more costly than our other product competitors actually.
I would like to add few lines to this. Radhiji is definitely a guy like, who has a vision for like, next decades, I would say. I have seen something that, when we have opted for a stronger price, like, better prices than the competition, the distributors, the retailers, and of course the sales team, including me, we were really not, comfortable in like, keeping our prices higher than the competition. But when we really went into the market, like, everyone started comparing our product with the competition, that is the market leaders. And when the quality was good, and the response has come back to us in terms of market acceptance, and then people started telling that, though your price is high, the product is really good. And this actually made our place in the market segment.
True. Next question is from Ms. Ananya Swaminathan. In terms of improving efficiency, what are the key areas you're focusing on to achieve higher operational effectiveness and increase product volume?
Improving efficiency, what are the strategies focusing in achieve higher operational effectiveness and increased production volumes? Production, I think Ratiji, I think you should take this. Increased production volumes, operational effectiveness.
In
These
terms
areas,
of improving, yeah,
so once again, I think, in terms of what are the key
improving
areas?
efficiency, what are the key areas you are focusing on to achieve higher operational effectiveness and increased production volumes?
No, for increased project, we are already having a capacity of, we are on the utilization of in the spices were 70% and in the flour is 50% only. So we have enough for the next double digit growth for. So we don't need for the expansion plan in the production volumes for.
The equipment has been so sophisticated at the moment, like the equipment is highly planned for nothing less than another 3 to 5 years. Like we do not need any upgradation on the equipment which we are carrying currently. So that definitely give us like the effectiveness and the increased production volume support for at least next another 3 to 5 years.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. C.H. Manoj Shah. Plan for sustainable growth and managing seasonal impact might evolve.
Yeah, see, plan for sustainable growth is definitely our quality that is going to take us ahead. That is for sure. And managing the seasonal impact, as I said, like Ratiji comes with a strong legacy of about 60 years. He knows every now and then, like how the season works and like how the situation works when it comes to like the price hike of the spices or the attas of the world. So I think like definitely the sustainable growth and managing the seasonal impact would definitely not be a problem when it comes to Srivari and Mr. Ratiji.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Prem Singhania. How are you leveraging e-commerce platforms for your product distribution?
I'll take this question. So, like, see, the leveraging of e-commerce, definitely all of us know, like, e-commerce is going to be the future. And it's definitely going to be the D2C is going to be the top notch for any company if they have to sustain for the coming 20 to 25 years. So, and the artificial intelligence coming into the picture is definitely going to make any company who are willing to reach to the end customers and knock their door is the e-commerce. Like you can see the the Flipkart and Amazons of the world who has reached every door, and then like we are also opting this platform very early in the very early stage. Like we have a division of e-commerce right from like last 1 year. We are working on an e-commerce platform, and today it contributes about 30% of our entire turnover. And this is definitely going to make like 50% of our revenue will definitely come for e-commerce as a platform. So then you can understand like what kind of leveraging factor we are looking at like on the e-commerce as a platform.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Gaurav Mehta. Sir, EPS has been increased from 1.81 in FY22 to 7.07 in FY23. Any specific reason?
Yeah, no such specific reason. The company profit has increased, so that's why the IPS has been increased. Thanks.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumper. Mar, what will be pre-money and post-money valuation of the IPO?
The post money we will not able to tell here. We will. It depends on the time of the listing or the price the company get for the listing. And its pre money is around something 9 point something. Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bimal Gandhi. Hello, sir. Are there any regulatory risk that we should be aware of?
I will take. I will take. Yeah, I will take. There's no such regulatory risk. The companies or in the food industry, that's why some FATAI compliance, food industry compliance are there. No such major regulatory risks are there involved.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumfarma. What is the dilution that promoters are doing through the IPO?
Yeah, I will take. So the dilution for the dilution parts, not this is it's only a fresh issue, not offer for sale. That's the company is proposed to be 29% or 30% for the fresh equity shares. the total share capital of the company.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Vineet Jain. Can you please walk us through the entire value chain of the spice market and which all segments of that does our company capture? Also, what is the unit economics of the same? Sir, we are not able to hear you.
So like segments part of it, like the broadly the segments are classified into like the rural and the rural and the urban areas, right? So we started with the urban part of it, like from Hyderabad, Secunderabad in Telangana, and like we have succeeded in this market. And like the low hanging fruits again for us will be like the rural markets where the where the brands are not quite effective, where we have local players, where there is no strong brand in the rural markets. So definitely I think like the segment wise, like the rural market is definitely going to give us a very big like push in terms of the revenues.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Gaurav Mehta. What is your issue structure, fresh issue or OFS?
It's a fresh issue, not offer for sale.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bimal Gandhi. How do you plan to enhance your distribution reach?
As I said, like we started with GT again and then modern trade. The biggest hunch for us is the D2C, and we are definitely going to enhance our distribution to the doors of the customers, that is by D2C. So the direct to customers is definitely going to make us something very big in terms of channel of distribution.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumper. What are the payments terms with the dealers and distributors? Because there is 8 crore receivable in the books on sale of 35 crores.
Generally, it is basically it is a 30 days to 45 days cycle for the distributors. So as usual, that is you can calculate it for that.
Okay. Next question, Ms. Riya Bhatia. What is the average realization per ton for each product segment? What will be the growth rate for each product segment? What is the average realization per ton for each product segment? What will be the growth rate of each product segment?
Okay, I got it. So we are, as I said, currently we are in the spices doing per day 4 to 5,000 in between, and we are expecting the growth around month on month 10% we are targeting, 10 to 15% we are targeting growth for the product wise. And in the floor segment, water segment, we are looking at speed of almost 30 to 40% growth month on month. Presently, we are working on that.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bumper. What is the typical working capital cycle of the company?
So 45 days is the working capital of the company actually. 30 to 45 days as you said.
Okay. Next question, Mr. Pawan Kumar. Are you increasing capacity going forward? Also, expected growth rates going forward in sales?
Yeah, growth rate will be expected as usual double digit and year on year, but capacities we are having the enough for the utilize. Still, we are not on the 100% utilization, so it's no need of the increasing our capacity. But definitely, sale will be the double digit growth as we are maintaining.
Okay. Uh, Next question from Mr. Rajesh Parik.
Sir,
What is our market share in South India, and are we planning to enter Pan India?
Definitely, as like people say, like first we will have to ensure that our house is fulfilled, and then like we'll have to look at the other houses. So the first houses for us was like Telangana and Andhra, which we have actually captured like somewhere about I think like 15 to 20% of the market. So we have a lot of work in Andhra and Telangana itself to do in terms of like the CTCs, masalas, and the atas itself, and then the further product lines that comes into the pictures also have to be fulfilled for Andhra and Telangana. And then our strong hunches for next The low-lying states would be like the Karnataka, Maharashtra, and like Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
Okay.
And definitely we have all the ideas of like entering pan India, and this is not going to be for a very longer period, and this is going to be very soon.
Next question is from Mr. Zafar M. Which spices are your main focus area and from where do you source them?
Yeah, majorly we are focusing on the haldi, mirchi, dhania, which are the base of our kitchen actually, and atta. These are the four products what we are focusing mainly, and especially and wheat is sourced completely and 100% from the MP, Madhya Pradesh completely, and that to be specific areas with our Vidisha and Sihor, which are specially known for that wheat. And spices we are procuring from the Guntur as well as Warangal and Raichur, Badgi. These are the four main locations we are procuring presently.
Okay. Mr. Pavan Kumar, how much sales from Hyderabad, Secunderabad? How much from outside?
Yeah, so I'll take this question. So currently, like the numbers that we are doing contributes like somewhere about 65 to 70% is within. You can call it as like the urban areas, and the rural areas contributes about like 30%. But yes, the urban areas are still not fully covered, and yes, the rural parts of the districts are also left out in the interiors. We definitely have large opportunities in both the areas. It's 70-30 as a proportion.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Pankaj Saha. GYR's all recent IPOs have been bumper listing. What can a retail investor expect with this one, considering valuation is attractive?
Yeah, we're not able to tell anything. We're not able to tell anything, but please,
Okay.
yeah.
One second, I'll reply in this. The type of credibility of the GYR we have seen, we have selected, and we have put lot of efforts to get GYR to get this issue with the GYR. So everybody knows what is the past history of the GYR. Investors are well aware what is GYR. So definitely, if the name is involved, GYR means the SME will definitely they will get the handsome returns.
Please read the RHP before investing.
Okay.
That disclaimer is everywhere. I know at
Yeah,
the
please.
yeah, please. That is the disclaimer.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bamfarmar. What is the average sales price of the products?
The average ASP would be somewhere about like you should talk about is one per kg wise. If you look at average ASP would be somewhere about like you can take it as 150 rupees. 100 rupees is what you can take it as an ASP for all the categories put together.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Bamfarmar. What is the best selling product of the company?
Product wise, all our products are best selling products. Nothing is categorized. There is a average selling or low selling product. So we are not that kind of company. Simply just putting the catalog, a bigger catalog, and just having the to show the catalog. Every product is perfectly placing as per the market potential.
I think we have covered majority of questions. I think we'll close. Thanks, Mr. Narayan Das Rati, Mr. B. Shrikant, and Mr. Aniket Kesarwani for giving insights about the company and the IPO to the investors community. And thank you, investors who have participated for the IPO roadshow. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Pooja.
thank you, Pooja. Thank you, sir. Thank you, investors.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you.